I'm rough like a freight train, smooth like ice, and yo, just straight up, I think I can beat Mike Tyson.
I'm gonna feel that one tomorrow. Oh man. Yo, what's up YouTube? Truth TF here, and today we're gonna stick and move with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on the NES. And while we head back to 1987, we're gonna link up with Young Truth over here and discuss gameplay, visuals, audio, replay value, and historical impact. We'll see how Punch-Out did then and see if it can still hit hard right now. Alright, let's go back to 1987. Ah, the decade of slap bracelets, mullets, Walkmans, and Mike Tyson. A very unique decade. Yet the NES system was dominating the gaming market. Punch-Out came out in October of 1987 and it knocked out all competition. Alright, look. There was no real competition. Tyson at the time was 31-0, and everyone wanted a piece of him, even Nintendo. Thus comes one of the most iconic sports video games in history. You play as Little Mac, a 17-year-old from the Bronx weighing at a mere 107 pounds. Bro, what? 107 pounds? Yo, some of these dudes are more than double his weight. Good luck, Mac. He is trained by a tired, out-of-shape Doc Lewis while they try to climb the ranks of these nut jobs to reach Iron Mike. Oh, and with absolutely no help from that cheating Mario. Simple concept. Don't get hit. Controls are easy enough. Block, duck, dodge, high or low punch, and star uppercut. It starts off easy with Glass Joe, the 1-in-99 record holder, and basically your tutorial, as he's slow and weak. You can treat him like a punching bag if you want to. Afterwards, it picks up pace. Handlebar mustache man Von Kaiser can actually drop you to the floor if you're not careful. A lot of these wacky characters have certain telegraph moves that you can take advantage of. In some cases, you can even knock them down no matter how much health they have from a well-timed hit. Characters like the Great Tiger and his teleportation, and King Hippo's impenetrable defense was challenging but rewarding when you dropped them to the ground. Fun fact, King Hippo was so notorious that he was added to a cartoon show, Captain N the Game Master. There was one infamous character that confused so many gamers, Bald Bull. How? Well, he had this move called the Bull Charge, and he'd keep doing it until either you or him were on the mat. Dodging wouldn't save you. Up to this point, there was a chance all you were doing was waiting for a punch and then dodge and then counter. This actually requires you to attack in the middle of his attack. This was a big deal, and scary as shit back then. And after all that, you have Mario's cheating ass coming in with his slow count. Hey pal, don't you have a princess to rescue? And if you get to the next round, you get a lovely taunt from your opponent. Most of them don't make any sense, especially the one from your coach. Fan club? Please. I had all the Nintendo Power issues back then. Why don't you just teach me how to beat this guy? Finally, you've gained the knowledge and skills to get to Mike Tyson. And all seems well until, then again, and again, and all hope is lost. Thank God Nintendo gave us that lovely code to face him anytime. We didn't know it at the time, but Mike Tyson is actually considered one of the hardest bosses in gaming history, especially in the sports category. Plays about the same from now. My reflexes aren't what they were 35 years ago, but nevertheless, I was smacking them around until Soda frickin' Popinski. Then the spanking ensued, and I was struggling, and struggling, and struggling, but eventually prevailed. It still feels amazing to beat Tyson after all these years. I mean, look at that perfect record. This actually wasn't bad. It's one of the rare NES games in which you see details of a character. Okay, that may have been a little too much detail. But seeing facial expressions wasn't common on NES at the time. The color schemes are basic, and they definitely palette swap some characters. However, they do a very good job keeping some of them fairly intimidating. I mean hell, your character's name is Lil Mac. These guys are legit over twice your size. Coming back to this years later, I can't help realize how much empty space there is in the game. This ring is huge. However, I still appreciate the visuals for what it's worth. And love the bruises in between rounds. Yet somehow the fights still look tough, and Mario's still a cheating chump. Pretty basic soundtrack and sound effects. There wasn't anything memorable, honestly, except for 3 sounds. The amazing music you get when you knock them down, the training you get with Doc on the bike. I mean, seriously, it sounds silly, but why is it so catchy? And my favorite, the sound of the uppercut with the knockout sound, music to my ears. There are moments where the blood gets pumping, like when you get knocked down or that bell sounds right before you get clobbered. Wait, why do I feel like I just described the whole soundtrack? My stance hasn't changed after replaying. I still feel like a child when I hit them with that punch and send them to the ground. However, this game was no means ahead of its time with its music and sound quality. In my previous videos, I talked about how you had no choice but to replay the game because there's nothing to do. Look, back in 1987, it was even worse. Probably playing with some He-Man or Barbies or skipping rope. Hell, man, Super Mario Bros. 2 haven't even came out yet. So yes, you were playing this game. Even if you didn't like sports, you were playing it. Unless you've played this before, you probably won't continue to play this after a few attempts. It can feel frustrating and is sometimes broken due to Lil Mac's wonky hitbox. But rest assured, it does feel rewarding if you go back and try to beat it through. But if you keep on getting your cheeks clapped, no one's going to be mad at you for moving on to the next game. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was really the first mainstream sports game for the home console. John Madden Football wouldn't come for another year. The influence of Punch-Out paved the way for more sports games and is considered one of the greatest games of all time. So, is it worth playing now? Hell yes. Yes, it feels like it's 35 years old, but a youngster can pick this game up and still enjoy it. Of course, if they can get past the graphics and the difficulty. And for those that played this before, thank you so very much for taking the time to go down memory lane with me. And for those who have never played it before, hope you give this a try. Even if you think you can't beat Glass Joe.
I couldn't even beat Glass Joe.
Just know, you can beat Mike Tyson with a bit of practice. And I'm out of here. Be good to yourselves and each other. Peace. Oh, sorry about that, B. Oh. 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 Won't feel that one tomorrow. Sorry about that, B. See up here, and today we're going to stick and move with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on the SNES. What the All right. Is it worth playing right now? Hell yes. Love those cars. Only those who are here knows the truth. But when I do this YouTube channel thing, is going to see that, yeah, perfect. For all this non-cheating run, they can't handle the truth. That's right. Hey, before you go, if you like what you saw, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out a lot. Also, if you like the video, give it a like. If you don't like it, dislike it. That's cool too. We love it. Also, I stream on twitch.tv if you want to see me live, as well as having a Discord if you want to come hang out with us. Until then, take care of yourselves.